Hi everyone, Vickieverlie here, and we're going to take a look at the 2024 Kentucky Derby race. Now, I've been doing this for years. This is an astrology, just another take on what may happen. It's just another flavor or another ingredient to add to your workout. Nothing is 100% foolproof, but this is just like another thing to sort of keep take into account or keep in mind while you're doing your rundowns. Before I start, I made a little video. Hopefully it's going to show up on here, but if you want to tip me, because it's sort of the honor system, I hope people will donate and tip if you find this information useful. And I do have the links to Venmo and PayPal below, but if you want to do it right on the app, I made a little quick video. Hopefully it's going to show up on screen. Let's play this real quick. Hi everyone, I wanted to show you really quick how you can actually tip within the YouTube app. Now I also do accept tips through PayPal and through Venmo. You can find the description in all the videos. But if you don't want to mess around with all that, you can do it right here. If you're in portrait mode on a phone, you see where there's like, share, you just scroll over a little bit and there's this thing that says thanks and there's a heart with a $sign. If you hit that, then you can actually donate straight from the YouTube app. If you're watching on this way, if you're watching from this view, you have to actually, like if it's like this, you have to touch the screen so this menu stuff shows up. And then there's 3 dots. And if you go in there, it's in here too. You can hit the thanks within here, and it's a little bit of a money tip for me or whoever you're watching. All right, without further ado, back to your regular video. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now we're going to take a look at the astrology. Now, this is something, if it's your first time watching, this is something we used to do back when my family had the bar. And we would, there was people that really knew everything about the horses. So they would put in their information, and then we would come in. We had a couple of my buddies who knew astrology. We would come in with some astrology extra stuff. The biggest thing you want to look at is the moon, okay? So the moon is in Pisces for most of the day, but the moon turns into Aries at 4:41 p.m. So that's, the race goes off. I just want to see the race goes off about 6:30, 6:45. So it is going to be in Aries, early Aries by the time we get to the race time, okay? Because it is an Eastern time. So we're going to look for Aries types of horses names. That's going to be, and maybe even a little Pisces, but mainly we're going to be looking at the moon for Aries horse names. Planet to planet aspects, there is none that day. However, the day before, there is a Mars sextile Pluto. So we might throw in a little bit of Mars is already under account because Mars is the ruler of Aries. So Mars and Aries are going to bring those same things, which we'll get to in a minute. They both represent the same kind of keywords that we'd be looking for, okay? But Pluto is in there too, potentially, to maybe to a lesser degree. The other thing that I do want to take into account is that the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is still underway. Okay, and Jupiter rules over horses and horse racing because Jupiter is Sagittarius and it's the centaur, the horse and everything. Here's the thing, Jupiter, remember a few years back, I said it in the videos, when Uranus was conjuncting the sun, like a couple years in a row, I think Uranus was conjuncting the sun, or there was Uranian aspects those days. And I said at those times, I go, there's going to be a big upset. And I said at those times, well, bet the long shot, bet the long shot. And although I don't know if the long shots came in or not, but there was huge upsets both times that happened. The one time the horse was disqualified after the fact. And then the other time, I forget what it was, but there was 2 years when, and everybody's like afterwards, wow, there really was a big upset. So with Uranus, it's kind of unpredictable what that might entail. But Uranus has since moved past that early degrees of Taurus, where the sun would be at this time. But with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction still fully active, this could be a year of a big upset. Now, of course, I always say an upset, maybe a long shot will take it, and I would definitely be betting the long shot. The other thing is with Uranus being involved, though, you might want to let if there's an option to let, like on a, what do you call that, trifecta, or what the superfecta is with the 4 horses, where you do 4 numbers, you may want to do that. You may want to get an auto pick on that if that's potentially possible. If it's not possible, maybe you'll just use a random number generator to pick 3 numbers for you, because Uranus rules over computers and technology. So that could help you out with Jupiter. Okay, so the ruler of the day is Mars and Aries, okay? Let's look at it that way. Mars is, the number of Mars is number 9. So we want to always look at 9 horse. And Aries, the number is 1. So we want to look at the 1 horse and the 9 horse. And any other ones that end in 1 or 9 or add up to 1 or 9. But that's kind of a secondary thing. Really, we're looking for that Mars energy, okay? And Pluto's kind of the same energy in a way. They're similar. So Mars is the warrior, for sure. Warrior spirit. It's the, it can be like anger, anything with the word red in it. I have this page open, but I have not even looked at the names of the horses yet. Anger, red, because it's the root chakra. It also is sexuality. So anything with sexuality in it, these kinds of things. I'll go through and we'll see if there's any Martian names. But let's go through first and just look at the horses over here. This is from the Kentucky Derby site. Right away, I see Mystic Dan. I mean, even though I'm talking Mars, Mystic would be Pisces. So it's spelled oddly, Mystic Dan. I'm going to put Pisces here too. We'll put a column for Pisces, and then we're going to put Mystic down under Pisces, but really we're looking at Aries for the most part. Aries and Pluto, which is the god of the underworld. Yeah, you got that going on. I hope there's not an injury. I mean, when I just said that, I was thinking, oh gosh, what if there's an injury? I hope that's not what the upset is, but let's not go there. Let's stay positive. Okay, so we got Sierra Leone catalytic. Catalytic, is that like does that right away I think of catalytic converter on a car, but is that like catalyst? Because that could totally be Plutonian. I'm gonna pull my phone up so we're not using too many screens. Catalytic definition. Not Cadillac, catalytic. Oh, this Google thing is not doing my voice thing really good. CATALY. TIC. They even come up with catalytic converter too on Google. Definition. Catalyst. Yeah. So change. Catalytic would be Plutonian. And it could even be a little bit of Aries because they're kind of, but definitely catalytic is that is Plutonian for sure. Transformation, death and rebirth, birth. Okay. We're going to narrow it down, but I just want to give you all the stuff, all the information, because you're going to be picking them by yourself. Just Steele, Honor Marie, Encino, 2 Password, Forever Young. Forever Young would definitely be an Aries thing because it rules over children or your younger part of life. It's the beginning of the zodiac, so it would definitely be Forever Young would be an Aries. Forever Young. Of course, I've got that song in my mind. Forever Young. Okay, let's see here. What else we got here? Track Phantom. That would be Pluto. Track Phantom. And Pisces to some extent as well with the Phantom energy. Because it's the death thing, right? West Saratoga, Endlessly, Domestic Product, Grand Mo the First. Well, Mo the First is Aries. So we're going to put that one in there too. Grand Mo the First, because it's the first sign of the zodiac. Fierceness, that is so Aries, and that is also Pluto. Fierceness, definite. That's a big one. Having issues trying to fierceness, trying to spell it here. Resilience, that's a Pluto thing too. Resilience. Okay. So what else we got? Society Man, Epic Ride. Well, Epic Ride, I think could totally be a Pluto and Aries thing too. So I might put that in because it's a big long shot too, because there could be that upset. So for the long shot or the upset, Epic Ride. All right, now let's go through, and we're going to go through and do, other things too. So, and here's the thing too. If you wanted to take it even further, you could look up the horses' birthdays, look up the jockeys' birthdays, because the Pluto would be Scorpio. So the Scorpio horse or jockey or the Aries horse or jockey might be the winners, like that. Okay, so let's go back. Well, fierceness is 17, which adds up to an 8. Door knock is number 1. So that's an Aries. I'm not vibing that strong with it. What's number 9 horse? Encino. Well, Encino, all I can think of is like Encino Man, right? Is that like a caveman kind of a thing? Let's see here. Let's get this Cadillac off my screen and say Encino definition. It's a neighborhood in the valley in California. It's Spanish for oak. Okay, so it means tree. I don't know. Not all that strong on that one. Let's see what else we got here. What's another 9 numbers? Excuse me, number 11, forever young. So 11, forever young is a number 11, which that's double 1. So we got the 1 in there again, okay? What else we got here? 19 is resilience. So there's got that going for it too. It's got the 9 in it. Any others? 21 is epic ride. That's got the 1 in it also. And then we could do the ones that add up to 9, which would be 18 stronghold. I mean, I could see that too for Pluto, but not as much for Aries. Let me just do one more scan through. Is that all the rest of them? What does Mugatu mean? Is that Omono Mugatu, Mr. Roboto? That was what comes to mind for me on that one. But let's look it up. Mugato, because I don't want to leave anything out that is potentially a big, you know what? Mugatu. Mugatu is some kind of cartoon character it's like a unicorn looking monster kind of a thing. Mugatu, it's some kind of alien species. Definition. Well, if it's an alien, yeah, it's some kind of alien. So Uranus could be aliens. It's a 30-1 too. It's, so it's got that long shot. Honestly, with your Jupiter Uranus, I would be betting at least a few bucks on all the long shots. Who knows what the upset was going to be? The last couple times, it was stuff that I could have never foreseen. It was, again, that horse that was disqualified, and then one year it was the horse that was disqualified where there was a big Uranus aspect. And then the next time it was where they changed the winner the next day. They said, no, that was false. It was this big upset after they looked at the footage or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it could be, those were the upsets last time. So again, who knows what it's going to be this time. Okay, let's give this a scan. Mystic Dan, Pisces was the ruler earlier in the day, but with that Mars-Pluto aspect leading into it, I'm feeling pretty more Aryan energy. So what are the most Aryan energy ones? Fierceness is very strong to me because that is Aries, that is Mars, that is Pluto. Okay, I like fierceness. Forever young, I like that one too. And Grandmo the first, that's just because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So let's look at some of the other, one of the other things I always did, and all the horse people were just like, oh, that's such BS, that doesn't really work. But I always bet the grays. If there's a gray, I don't see pictures here, but I always bet the roan or the gray with the light colored horses because they always seem to do well. Maybe that was just the days that I would be at the track or whatever, but which was very few times. I wasn't always at the track or anything. Catching Freedom, I passed that over earlier, but boy, is that a strong one too. That's strong for Aries, and that's strong for Uranus. So we're going to put Catching Freedom up here too. And that's it's 8-1, so that's not a big long shot. So these are the Pluto ones that are, these resilience, catalytic. Now that's all the way, that's 5 a.m. on the day before that Pluto aspect. So that's a little bit ways before. Epic Ride, I could see that being, definitely an Aries and a Jupiter thing too. Epic Ride, it's a long shot. These long shots, I'd be putting a few bucks on these long shots anyway. Resilience is a long shot. Let's put these in the long shots to just bet for whatever, just throw a couple bucks on just in case, right? Let's see here, long shot. If you're playing, I haven't even played in several years because it's just so hard to play. I don't understand these online betting sites. I tried to sign up for it for the Super Bowl, and it's just like, when that stuff happens, when it's just aggravating and I can't do it, then it's just like, I'm not meant to play. Okay, Mystic Dan, that's the Pisces thing, but we've got up here. These are like kind of my top picks here. Track Phantom. Track Phantom has this something about it, like it's the ghost of the track or something. So, with Uranus, maybe there could be some kind of crazy thing where the horse gets spooked or something. But what number was that track phantom? Number 12. It's a somewhat of a long shot, so we might put that down there. And then that catalytic, what was that one? Catalytic. That's also a long shot. So these are the long shots that have names that are, in keeping with the stuff that we're talking about here. But these are going to be my top ones up here. Fierceness, I think, is like the top. I'm going to take Pluto out of the picture here. And Grand Mo first, yeah, maybe, because it's the first and it's Aries. But these are going to be, I think, my top three here based on what we've got. Fierceness is my top pick. But if you wanted to do it like a three, and I would box them too. You can do a box. So if they come in any way, you win. The trifecta, I keep forgetting the name, but trifecta, and then a perfecta, I believe is where you pick the top four the top four houses. So I don't know. I might put resilience even up there a little bit more. Out of these, Grand Mo first, just because it's Aries, but I'm not really vibing that strong with that one. Something about it, the Mo, reminds me of Mo from the Three Stooges. I don't know. Okay. So we've got 22 horses here, right? Is that the deal? Plus, I'm doing it on Thursday. I try to wait till kind of the last minute because it changes. Sometimes these field horses, which are the long shots, they end up not even really being in it in the end. Yeah. Forever Young, Anna Marie. Let me go over this one more time. Catching Freedom. Mystic Dan, Catching Freedom, which is one of the sort of a favorite, 8-1. As of now, the odds will shift too. The odds shifts all the time, depending on how the bets go. Just, Anna Marie, Just a Touch. Encino, Just a Touch has a little bit of a ring to it there too. Track Phantom. For some reason, that Track Phantom is kind of strong too. So, I might, if I were going to do a perfecta, I would do these three for sure, and then either Track Phantom as the fourth horse or Catalytic as the fourth horse. Track Phantom, for some reason, that's grabbing me, okay? And it's a long shot, so it could be an upset. Definitely could be an upset that day. Stronghold, that's a little bit. Resilience, little bit. Epic Ride, that's kind of stronger too. These are kind of stronger, but I think I would move maybe that one up, maybe Catalytic too. It's a tough call. I know I'm giving you a lot of horses, but really I would say these are my top three: Fierceness, Forever Young, and Catching Freedom. Catching Freedom just for the spirit of the Aries energy, and also because we have that big Jupiter-Uranus. Look out for that upset. I called it before. I called it as, play those long shots because of that upset. But again, the horse was disqualified. I think because it was found out it was drugged or something, maybe. The one year that I said this, and there was a heavy Uranian influence. And then the other year was that they changed the winner after the race was over, after viewing the video. So we might be looking at something crazy like that happening, some big turnabout or some kind of a big upset happening. So that's why upset right away, I go to, but anytime there was a Uranus aspect, play those long shots because the long shot could take it. But honestly, these are going to be, I think, my top three up here. Right here they are: Fierceness, Forever Young, Catching Freedom. If you want to play, these are the long shots. And of the two long shots, I like them all actually, but that Track Phantom, something about that's just kind of grabbing my attention, like a psychic thing. Or maybe it's just because it's, it's a psychic, phantom is, psychic adjacent or metaphysically adjacent or something. All right, everybody. So that is the thing. Again, it's the honor system. I hope I helped you out. If you do want to shoot me a tip or something, I would really prefer the PayPal or the Venmo link, which is in the description, because yeah, you can do that. Thank you from YouTube, but I think they take half or even 60%. They take a big chunk of it. YouTube keeps a lot of that money. So if you wanted to go to directly to me and it helps you out, definitely, you can see those links below. Hopefully we're going to get a winner. I hope you guys get a winner. Hey, if you follow astrology and you understand astrology and you have other, input, keep it in the comments. Keep this discussion going. I mean, nothing I say is set in stone by any means. This is just, now you kind of get the idea of what we're looking for. We're looking for Mars and Aries things. So if you see a way that could be Mars or Aries or some of the other things we talked about that I didn't catch here, definitely put it in the comments. Let's keep this discussion open. I hope everybody wins something and has a blast anyway. Get your mojitos and your big hats, be rocking your big hats. And I'll be watching it on TV, I imagine, somewhere. I'll try to catch it on TV or on the internet or something. So always fun every year, the Kentucky Derby. I hope I helped you out. Take care, and we'll talk again next time. Bye.